Three. All right, peoples. Got the whole family here. We're gonna do a really good, positive, well-needed video for a lot of viewing audience out there. This applies to our family as well. And so we're gonna title this one, 3 simple, very important words, which is, I love you. We've heard that all the time. In a movie, read it in a book. You see it amongst your family members, loving family members. So we're gonna touch on that. I love you. So when you hear those words, what's some of the most first common things that you think about when someone says, or you hear, read, see, I love you? Who would like to go
The
first?
closest people in my life, my family.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah, I think about my family immediately.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Myself.
definitely- That's
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. You should love
Yeah.
yourself.
exactly. Yeah,
Mhm.
the family. You know, people that's close.
Like your
That's a
immediate
never-ending
family. I mean, you can love your family, but like
Mhm.
ones who are always there for you, people who you can count on. Ones
Yeah.
I love.
Because people say, "Oh, I love you," and this and that, but they really don't
They
know the real meaning of love.
I like that because
Yeah.
it's like it's easy to say it, but do you show it? And the reason I say I love that
Mhm.
because it's like an old saying that goes, "What's understood don't
Nobody
need to be
explain.
explained." You know you love somebody or someone loves you by their actions. Although it's very important to definitely tell that person so they need to hear it, see your eyes when you say it, your body language and all that. But what's understood don't need to be explained. I hate to sound so silly when I say this, but let's take a dog, for example. People love their dogs, right? A dog cannot talk, but when you feed and you caress, you wash that dog, trust me, he knows. You love me. This the owner that loves me. And if that dog happens to have 2 or more owners, he knows which owner feeds, washes, and gives that dog attention.
Oh my God.
He knows, like, oh, this one loves me. And then he'll be like, I don't want to be next to this other one over here. They'll never do nothing for me. They know this one loves me. And it don't have to be said because they can't talk. It's understood. I'm sorry.
That part in the movie Prey that we watched for Predator,
Uh-huh.
remember when she saved her dog?
Her
from
dog start licking all on
her,
her.
and because he was in so much pain, but after she came, like helped him in survival, his way of saying "I love you" was kissing her all over her
Yes.
face. Yeah.
Now let's be honest. We got a lot of family out there that you don't tell each other you love each other as much as you need to, and that is a sickness with a lot of us. And you need to tell your loved ones more often how much you love each other. You don't wait until they sick or be dead and now it's too late. So there's nothing wrong with telling each other you love each other, and especially with men. Men always have that real bad habit of telling other men in the family. Tell your brother you love him. Tell your uncle. Tell your father. Tell your grandfather. They always find it so hard to tell. You sit there and tell mom and grandma you love them all day long with ease, but you find it hard to say it to your father, your uncle, your grandfather. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It reminded me of that episode on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Y'all remember that?
Which episode?
It was an episode when Will Smith had got into some real serious trouble, as always, because that's the whole point of it, right? And Uncle Phil fought for him and got him out of trouble and stood up for him big time. And when everything was said and done, they was back in the house. He had a hard time to just tell his uncle he loved him. He was like, man, Uncle Phil, man, that was cool what you did for me, man. That was cool, man. You really did for me, man. He's like, yes, Will. That's what family's supposed to do. And then Will Smith was like, he's like, yeah, man, that's cool, man. Well, anyway, I just want to, And Uncle Phil's like, no, I don't know. Just say it. And he's like, well, I just want to say, And he's like, what is that? He's like, I just wanted to say, He's like, yo, Will, speak up. I cannot hear you. What is so hard about you saying what I know you want to say? And then finally it came out. He's like, man, I just want to say I love you, man. Nobody never did that for me, man. But it took him hard to just say that.
Yeah.
It's crazy about that word when some people are easy to say it, and some people it's not easy for them to say
Especially
it.
with men.
But especially no one ever taught them how to love. So it is very difficult for someone to show even simple embrace.
Yeah.
That it's just,
You say that, you know what I mean? I think of that book review we did, Be More. That's one of our books. Netta mother never was taught how to love, and she treated her daughter like crap. And it wasn't until she was dying that she apologized for everything. And she told her daughter, I'm sorry. No one ever taught me or showed me love. That's why I treated you so bad. But please forgive me.
Yeah,
But she was dying. Why you gotta be dying to say I love you?
exactly. Yeah.
And just to touch on a couple other things, we all got family members that we go through our trials and tribulations, but you can't divorce family. You may have that brother, that sister, uncle, auntie, whoever that may have even wronged you, right? And you still love them because it's unconditional love. You know what I'm saying? You have plenty of good times with them, but however, it's truthful that sometimes with family you got to love them from a distance.
Exactly.
Because they may have brought you, we understand, they may have brought you some type of pain, strife, whatever, financial, emotional, mentally, whatever the case, but they're still your family. And these things are real where it's like, yeah, that's my cousin, my aunt, my uncle, whoever did me wrong, my brother, whoever, I still love them, but I just got to keep my distance. And we understand that. And I know you understand that out there. And it's like that sometimes.
Exactly.
I don't want to hog the floor.
No, that's okay. No, love could definitely be a weird thing too, because like the other day we were in a hotel and I told you that it was a lady that like approached us in the hotel. And the first thing she did was tell us, you guys are so beautiful, but she keyed in on like, I saw you guys have like these long lashes, like you guys don't need these lashes. And somebody that really loves lashes could be like, why is she telling me not to wear lashes? Like, you don't know me.
Yeah.
But I couldn't help but feel like her comments were coming from a place of love. Like
Yes.
I couldn't help but feel like it was like a second mother talking to me. Just someone trying to remind me that I think you're beautiful and I think that you don't need
That was
none of
nice.
that. And
Yeah.
I like that. It's like it's not even a family member, but it came from a place of love.
Yeah. And then when we just continued the conversation, I just felt so comfortable with her, like I knew her. And
Yeah,
it just,
we saw her the
I
next
felt
morning,
a form
and
of
she was
love.
just so happy to see us the next morning.
When I also
Right.
think
That's
of the
cool.
words "I love you," I think about everybody that just wants to make me better, and everybody just contributes to my success. All those people who love me, they want to see me do better.
And there's so many ways you could tell somebody you love them. Do y'all understand where I'm going? Watch this.
You mean
Watch
like
this.
forms of actions?
Watch this. It's so many ways you could tell somebody you love them. For example, your mother, brother, sister. How many times, let's say y'all out there, if you're an artist, your mother may have said to your son, her daughter, whatever, said, you know what, girl, every time I see you, my eyes just light up when I see you.
That's love.
That's love. You know what I'm saying? It's like, or you know what? You may say to your brother or your sister, man, you inspire me to be better. See, that's love. Stuff mommy have said to me, where she said stuff like, babe, you mean the world to me.
Yeah.
That's love. You know what I'm saying? Like my wife said to me numerous of times, like, in the morning we wake up, she go, babe, I had the most beautiful dream last night. And I'm like, yeah? And what's that? She's like, I had a dream it was just me and you, and we went out on a beautiful date, or we made love and this and I'm like, wow, you still having dreams of me? Really? You have dreams of me?
Yes.
See, that's love. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's love.
Exactly.
There's so many ways you could show and tell somebody you love by your actions of being around them. When someone light up every time they see you,
Yeah.
that's inspiration. They like, I love being around this person.
Well, that's honestly, since you put it that way, that's really when I see the girls.
Light up.
Even you,
Yeah.
I light up. It's almost like an energy that comes to me. It's no matter what situation we went through back then and the things that y'all have done, for some reason, when I see y'all, it makes me feel that way.
Yeah.
And it's just like.
Now see what you said with that. Things we go through, every family goes through their trials and
Yeah.
tribulation. But love, per se, it overshadows the negative. And you're gonna have negative. I don't care who you with, what family member. If you got a dog gonna do something to make you mad
Yeah, exactly.
one day. But you'd be like, man, I love this dog, or whatever. Okay, but your family, you're gonna go through ups and downs. Matter of fact, I got another good one for you. Watch this. Remember the book Shame on It All? Did y'all read that back in the days?
No.
I told you about it. Was the three sisters?
Yes.
Yes.
Watch this. This is this love part that happened in the book. Now this was a book about these three sisters and how they used to always be bickering, arguing. Obviously the younger sister, the middle sister, and the older sister. It's this one scene that I thought was incredible. And that's why I said I couldn't wait till y'all get older. I wanted y'all to read it. We did that book review. Just check it out. It's called Shame on It All. Shame on It All book review. But anyway, it was this one scene where the older sister and the middle sister was arguing like they always do. And really going at it that you think they bitter enemies. And the younger sister was like, I ain't getting involved. Because she respected her two older sisters.
Yeah.
But on this day, the middle sister and the older sister was going at it. Like, girl, you know that's your doggone problem. Who you think you're dreaming my mother did that? And they was really going at it while the middle sister, best friend, was right there. Now the best friend knew all the sisters since forever. And they going at it and at each other, throats. And when it was all over, the older sister left, and the middle sister was still going off like, I'm so sick and tired of her. Someone's trying to control me. Someone's trying to tell me what to do. I'm sick of her. She needs to worry about her own life. Always trying to worry about what the heck I'm doing. I'm sick of her. This and that. And her best friend that was there through the whole argument chimed in and said, yeah, you're right, girl. Your sister do be running her mouth, always trying to tell somebody what to do. She can be getting on my nerves with that too. And I love what she did. She said, wait, hold on a second now.
Like all that arguments left.
She said, now hold on a second. That's my sister. Mm-hmm. If anybody gonna talk about my sister, it's me. Now you my friend, and we tight like glue, but watch yourself. Don't talk about my sister. Mm-hmm. That's my sister.
It's
I
like
love
she
that.
left the argument, like she let that out the window immediately as soon as that friend was talking about.
She recognized we might be tight, but that's my sister. Don't talk about my sister.
You in places.
Yeah, my sister pissed me off right now, but I love my sister. And don't dare cross that line with my sister.
Wow,
I
that
love it.
is true love.
Yeah.
That is true love.
I love that right there. But yeah, so y'all got anything else? We don't gotta make the video too long. We just want to make it very potent with that word, I love you, because you need to tell one another more often. Don't wait till it's too late. And we know you go through pains and stripes and ups and downs with this family, but sometimes you gotta love families from a distance.
Exactly.
And there's plenty of ways, like I said, that you could tell someone you love them by your actions, things you do, the way your body language around them. It is something that needs to be said and shown more often.
Like a daily reminder.
Exactly.
Anything else?
No, that's
Okay.
That's it. Just for families to really tell each other they love each other, because I know a lot of people personally that don't, and it could be gone tomorrow. So say I love you today.
Yes.
Yes.
Good point. And on that note, subscribe, share, like, and comment. Peace.